If you're over 50, this might be the most life-changing few minutes you'll spend a day. Imagine this. No gym, no supplements, no fancy workout gear. Yet people in certain corners of the world are living active, pain-free lives well into their 90s and even 100s. Backhand index pointing right, stay till the end, because you're about to discover the 6 simple daily movements practiced by Blue Zone elders, people who not only live longer but live better. These are places where age doesn't mean slowing down. It means mastering the art of graceful strength. If you're tired of stiffness, fatigue, or the fear of losing mobility, take notes, because these 6 movements could transform your body's future. Starting today, Globe Show in Europe, Africa, what are blue zones? The term blue zones was coined by explorer and researcher Dan Buettner, who spent decades studying regions around the world where people live the longest, healthiest lives. There are 5 official blue zones. Okinawa, Japan, known for vitality and flexibility in old age. Sardinia, Italy, home to the highest concentration of male centenarians. Ikaria, Greece, where people rarely get dementia or depression. Nicoya Peninsula, Costa Rica, where 90-year-olds still ride horses. Loma Linda, California, a community of health-focused seniors thriving through faith and lifestyle. These elders share common habits, a strong sense of purpose, plant-based diets, social connection, and daily natural movement. Not workouts, not exercise fads, just simple, rhythmic motions woven into daily life. In the mountain village of Villa Grande Straseli, 84-year-old Maria Contini rises with the sun. Her day begins not at a treadmill, but in her kitchen garden. She bends down to water her basil and tomatoes. She squats to collect eggs from her chickens. She carries a basket of fresh vegetables to her neighbor's house, walking up the steep cobble path that winds through her village. By 9 a.m., she's done more functional exercise than most people do in a week. Yet she calls it simply life. When asked her secret, Maria laughs. I never stop moving. Movement is my medicine, and laughter is my dessert. Her routine, like many in blue zones, isn't planned exercise. It's 6 natural daily movements that train the entire body gently, consistently, and effectively. Movement 1, the gardener's squat, functional knee flexion. In every blue zone, from Okinawa to Sardinia, elders spend hours each day tending gardens, cooking on low surfaces, or preparing food while squatting. This deep, natural squat strengthens the legs, hips, and lower back while improving flexibility and digestion. A 2021 British Journal of Sports Medicine study revealed that the ability to squat and stand up without support was one of the strongest predictors of longevity in adults over 50. Woman in lotus position. How to try it. Stand with your feet shoulder-width apart. Slowly bend your knees and lower your hips as if sitting in an invisible chair. Keep your chest up, heels grounded. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds, then stand back up. If your knees hurt, hold on to a sturdy table for support. Light bulb health benefit. Strengthens thighs, glutes, and ankles while improving blood flow to the lower body, reducing arthritis and fall risk. In Okinawa, elders often sit on the floor multiple times a day, effectively squatting up and down dozens of times without realizing it. Movement 2, the daily walk, Ikigai steps. In every blue zone, walking isn't a workout. It's a way of life. Whether it's shepherds walking in Sardinia's hills, Okinawan elders strolling to market, or Greek villagers visiting neighbors, movement is constant and joyful. In Ikaria, Greece, locals walk several miles each day through hilly terrain, to church, to garden, or just to chat. These walks keep their joints supple and hearts strong. A Harvard Health study found that walking just 30 minutes daily cuts cardiovascular disease risk by 35%, even for people in their 70s and 80s. Person walking, how to try it. Take at least 2 15-minute walks daily, one after breakfast, one after dinner. Walk outdoors if possible, focusing on deep breathing and upright posture. Light bulb health benefit. Improves circulation, reduces blood sugar after meals, and boosts mental health through exposure to sunlight and community interaction. Movement 3, the core twist, the longevity turn. From Japan's morning exercises to Costa Rica's farming tasks, Blue Zone elders often perform twisting motions that engage the core, turning while cooking, hanging laundry, or sweeping. This simple movement strengthens the obliques, spine, and digestion, since rotational motion stimulates abdominal organs. Cycle on how to try it. Stand tall, feet hip-width apart. Place your hands on your hips or extend your arms. Slowly rotate your torso to the left, then to the right. Repeat 10 times, breathing steadily. In Okinawa, elders incorporate similar movements in their radio Taiso morning routines. Radio-guided calisthenics broadcast nationwide. Light bulb health benefit. Supports spinal health, relieves back tension, and maintains waist mobility, preventing stiffness that often limits movement after 50. Movement 4. The floors at the Dio stand. In Costa Rica's Nicoya Peninsula, it's common to see 90-year-olds sitting cross-legged on the floor, playing guitar or chatting. They frequently rise without help, a motion that engages core, hips, and balance control. Modern studies call this the sit-rise test, and it's a powerful indicator of mortality risk. According to a landmark Brazilian study, those who could sit down and rise without using their hands were more likely to live longer, even when other health factors were equal. Person kneeling, how to try it. Sit cross-legged or in a comfortable position on the floor. Without using your hands, try to stand up slowly out of difficult. Use minimal hand support at first. Light bulb health benefit. Enhances mobility, balance, and lower body coordination. Vital for preventing falls, the leading cause of injury among older adults. Movement 5. The reach and stretch. Sun salute of long life. Across the blue zones from Sardinia to Japan, elders begin their mornings by stretching toward the sky, a symbolic act of greeting the new day and expanding the lungs. These simple overhead stretches and side bends awaken the body, improve circulation, and expand chest capacity, essential for strong respiratory health. Sun, how to try it. Stand tall, raise both arms overhead. Interlace your fingers, turn palms upward, and stretch toward the ceiling. Lean slightly to the left, hold for 5 seconds, then to the right. Light bulb health benefit. Increases oxygen intake, improves posture, and reduces morning stiffness in the shoulders and spine. In Okinawa, this motion is often paired with deep breathing. Part of their Moai morning rituals, group routines performed with neighbors. Movement 6. The bending life. Daily full reflection. In blue zone cultures, elders bend dozens of times daily. Gardening, cleaning, reaching for objects, or tending to food. This natural full reflection keeps the spine supple and strengthens the lower back and hamstrings. Contrast that with modern sedentary life, where bending forward often becomes painful due to weak core and tight muscles. How to try it. Stand with feet shoulder-width apart. With soft knees, slowly bend forward at the hips until your hands reach your knees, shins, or floor, depending on flexibility. Breathe deeply and slowly return to standing. Light bulb health benefit. Enhances back flexibility, aid digestion, and maintains spinal fluidity. In Sardinia, elders perform similar motions when tending vines or making bread. Repetitive, natural bending that doubles as low-intensity training. Modern research supports what Blue Zone elders have practiced for generations. Low intensity, frequent movement builds longevity better than intense, infrequent workouts. Researchers from the University of California, Loma Linda, found that even light-intensity daily activity, like walking, squatting, and bending, was associated with lower mortality risk, especially in people over 60. Why Blue Zone movement works better than the gym. Unlike typical workouts, Blue Zone movements are white heavy checkmark natural, integrated into life, not forced routines. White heavy checkmark social, often done in community, boosting emotional health. White heavy checkmark sustainable, easy to maintain every day without strain. White heavy checkmark holistic, they engage mind, body, and purpose together. Elders in these regions don't see movement as exercise. It's part of ikigai, their reason to get up each morning. They garden because it connects them to the earth. They walk because it connects them to people. They stretch because it connects them to life. This mental shift is powerful. It transforms exercise from a duty into a joy. Let's take a look at how these movements fit into a real elder's life. Morning in Okinawa. 73-year-old Yoshiko Tanaka begins her day with a bow to the sunrise. She stretches her arms overhead, does gentle torso twists, and bends to touch her toes. She walks barefoot through her garden, squats to pull weeds, and later sits cross-legged to share tea with neighbors. Midday in Sardinia. 84-year-old Giorgio Serra hikes up a hill to check on his sheep. He bends, reaches, twists, and balances with every step. No treadmill, no weights, just life lived actively. Evening in Nicoya, Costa Rica. 91-year-old Miguel Perez walks down to the local cantina to play guitar with friends. He stands, sits, stretches, and sways to the music. His heart beats strong, his posture upright. 6 movements. No gym, no pressure, just results, daily. The Blue Zone philosophy is as mental as it is physical. Movement is done with intention, mindful, grateful, and connected to purpose. When you move with awareness, feeling your feet on the ground, your breath steady, your nervous system calms, inflammation drops, and longevity hormones like DHEA and growth hormone increase. Psychologists call this the movement-mind synergy, the reason elders in blue zones not only live longer but stay happy and mentally sharp. A simple 10-minute routine. You don't need to move to Sardinia or Okinawa to benefit. You can start right where you are, in your living room or backyard. Here's your blue zone morning ritual. Sun with face stretch and reach 1 minute. Arms overhead side bends, deep breaths. Cyclone core twist 1 minute. Rotate torso gently side to side. Woman in lotus position gardener squat 2 minutes. Slow squats, holding for 5 to 10 seconds each. Chair sit to stand 2 minutes. Practice rising from a low seat or floor with control. Person walking mindful walk 3 minutes. Walk slowly, breathe deeply, and smile. Person getting massage, self-massage 1 minute. Rub hands and arms to stimulate circulation. Repeat this daily. In a few weeks, you'll feel stronger, lighter, and more mobile, not because you train harder, but because you move smarter. Warning, safety tips. Always move at your own pace, and if you have arthritis, start with partial squats and shorter walks. Hydrate before and after your morning movements that if you feel pain, not mild muscle fatigue. Stop and rest. Consistency is the key. Small, daily actions lead to big, lasting results. When asked why they stay active, Blue Zone elders never mention fitness or appearance. They say things like, to play with my grandchildren, to tend my garden, to walk with my friends to the sea. That's the secret. Movement fueled by purpose. You don't need a gym or fancy diet to stay young. You just need to move like they do, naturally, joyfully, and daily. So, starting tomorrow morning, before you check your phone or sip your coffee, take 10 minutes to move like a Blue Zone elder. You might just add years and quality to your life. If you're over 50 and ready to feel younger, stronger, and more alive, try these 6 Blue Zone movements for 1 week. White heavy checkmark, no gym. White heavy checkmark, no stress. White heavy checkmark, just results. Then share your progress in comments. Because the moment you start moving with purpose, your second youth begins.